Param Shanti. This is part 2 video on Ghost and Evil Spirits 2024, 2025 and 2026. Here, male voice represents Anand Bhai and female voice represents Papuji. The link of original Hindi video is given in the description box below. Here is the conversation. Shiva Shakti living in Vishnupuri wants to create, then they have to unite and create. For example, combined form of Shiva and Shakti created Vishnu, and from the navel of Vishnu emerged Brahma, and Brahma with his resolution created 7 Param Purusha. And then 7 supreme beings or Param Purusha created many other supreme forms or Param Purushas similar to them with their power of resolution. Then from within the Param Purusha they created the feminine counterpart Param Prakriti with the power of resolution. And hence 7 upper astral worlds were formed. So the same process is applicable to the souls of subtle world even today.
Parampurush, they have great power, but ghosts and spirits, they don't have much power, so how can they create?
But they have power of 3 elements, isn't it?
But here you are talking about creating souls, isn't it a big thing?
But there is some power within the souls, very weak power, so they can create the souls of very weak quality. Those kind of souls do not have much power within them. They have very less power compared to high quality souls.
That means they can't travel to upper astral layers.
Ghosts and spirits cannot travel more than a kilometer above. They just stay where they were created. If they were created in jungle, they will stay there.
Can they create in space as well?
Yes, they can create in space as well.
Can they do creation residing on moon?
They can stay on moon and do the creation. Even today, there are souls residing on moon. But the thing is, for creation, there should be unified form of 2 counterparts. In subtle form, male and female ghosts or male and female deities, when they are unified, then the creation happens.
So can human beings create soul or not?
They can't create. How can they do that?
That means when a baby is born on earth in a family, the soul who was born, it was already in existence.
Soul can enter into the womb, isn't it?
That means there was existence of soul already.
Soul was in the atmosphere. When it's 80 to 90 days of conceiving, then the soul enters into the womb.
Is there any difference between ghost and evil spirits?
Ghost or bhoot, they are simple. They just stay at home or go to temple or jungles and perform sadhana or meditation. But the evil spirits or pret or phantoms, they are dangerous.
When does a soul become ghost and evil spirit?
Ghost or bhoot, they have lust in them. And the evil spirits or pret or phantoms, they have very strong lust and desires. Pishach or vampires are the worst. They suck blood. If a vampire enters into a body of a human being, then no one can take it out from the body, even if you take the person to the exorcist or divine spiritual healing places like Balaji. But ghost can be expelled out from the body if it enters into someone's body. Ghost will come out of the body if the affected person goes to highly powerful temples or highly powerful places. But the evil spirits do not come out of the body. Even worse are the vampires, the bloodsuckers. Once they enter into someone's body, then they first consume the subtle body of that person and hence consume that person's energy present within the subtle body. Hence, the subtle body of the vampire gets merged into the body of the person. So, how can it come out? The subtle body itself becomes vampire. Then, after that, the vampire starts controlling the mind. Eventually, the person's mind is overruled by the vampire's mind. Thus, the original soul gets buried within the vampire's soul itself.
What is the role of ancestor souls in this one?
The ancestor souls or Pitri, they go to upper astral layers. But many ancestors, they stay in their home in the form of ghosts, phantoms or vampires after departing the body.
Like grandparents, great-grandparents, etc.
Many ancestor souls like grandparents, great-grandparents, they have become ghosts, evil spirits or vampires. They want to control their family members. They enter into one of the family member and control the whole family and take the family with them. Sometimes the phantoms and vampires, they also kill their family members.
So Bapuji, can ghosts become evil spirits like phantom or vice versa?
When feeling of lust increases in ghost, then it becomes phantom or pret. So the lust increases gradually within ghost and it converts into pret yoni.
Can ghosts and evil spirits be purified?
If the soul gets divine knowledge, then anyone can be purified.
Similar to attaining moksha in 7 days, like the case of Dundakari.
When ghosts, evil spirits, seek divine from their heart, or if they are tired of this illusionary world, then they inspire the legend narrators or the divine storytellers to conduct the programs for telling stories like Ramayana, Mahabharata and such. These ghosts and spirits also help in making arrangements for Bhagavad Katha and other divine storytelling programs. When they listen to the divine stories of Ramayana, Mahabharata, then their mind temporarily gets purified. But they don't have complete knowledge to ascend to the upper astral layers.
Bapuji, we have heard that in the old days, some people like Tantric used to sacrifice small children for tantric purposes and conduct some kind of dirty actions on them. Bapuji, can you tell us how long this has been going on and what is the reason for this? Even today, in foreign countries, they conduct bad work in tantric activities. Why is that?
You know, those who are tantrics, they eat the liver of the children and they sacrifice them.
But what's the reason behind that?
The sacrifice system has been there since ancient times.
That's fine, but who benefits from all these?
See, who eats the Atma or soul of a child? To whom the sacrifice is given will devour this soul. So the one who eats the soul of the child receives the power of the soul of the child. Humans eat corporeal flesh. There are two parts.
Yes, one is the soul and one is the body. This should only be for elders as the body of elders is big and obviously the soul is there as it is.
Even small children have subtle body. There's a full video about small children. In subtle world also, small children gradually grow up. they also run towards knowledge. They also become ghosts.
Bapuji, can you tell us about the small children who die at the age of 2 or 3 years old? Let's suppose at the time they did not have the divine knowledge, they were in the state of ignorance, and they did not know about the world. Will they become ghosts, evil spirit, or what will they become?
Look, the small children who do not have knowledge, but when come in the subtle world, then the subtle world ghosts and spirits capture them. They gradually raise the children by giving them power and make the children evolve more like themselves. They keep them under their control and make them work.
What would be the future of the souls who did not have divine knowledge of upper astral worlds and have died regardless of their age and reason of death and remain on earth?
Look, in the mortal world or earth, let's say a soul is wandering on earth in ghost or phantom form because of its desires. It does not have divine knowledge. Then such soul can wander in ghost or phantom form for some time and also may enter into the womb temporarily. There are souls who have been wandering on earth for even 10,000 years. Such souls have strong feeling of lust and desires. They have karmic bondages due to which they enter into the womb, but they can't stay in womb as they are full of lust. So they stay in the womb temporarily and come out from womb. Hence, miscarriage occurs. When such souls enter into the womb, then they feel that staying in the womb is like prison. They feel it's a punishment, and hence, when the pregnancy reaches 5 months, 6 months, or 7 months, then they break out from the womb, leading to miscarriages. Also, sometimes when such souls are inside the womb, their vibration attracts similar subtle world souls, such as ghosts and evil spirits, with whom they are connected to. When these souls want to take them out from the womb, then they also send their rays of resolution into the womb and pull out the soul from inside, due to which miscarriage occurs. The reason behind all of sudden heart attack episodes are similar. Subtle world souls also trigger heart attack in people. Some people without any health defects die overnight due to the heart attack. They ate last dinner well, but then over the night they are dead due to the heart attack. How does that happen? This is all triggered by subtle world souls. In cases of natural heart attacks, the body shows various symptoms of it before happening, but in case of heart attacks triggered by subtle world souls, it happens all of a sudden without any reason. A group of subtle world souls, they can be in a group of 25, 50, 100, 200 or any number, and they combine together and pull out the soul from within the body, and hence the person dies with heart attack without any explanation. When the group of souls pull the human soul from within the body, the heartbeat stops immediately, and hence this triggers the heart attack. And after pulling out the soul from the body, the subtle world souls then control him. Human souls in mental health hospitals are also affected by subtle world souls. In the case of people in mental hospitals, the subtle world souls control the human souls and make them mentally ill. The ghosts or spirits enter into the person affected, due to which the subtle body of the person and the subtle body of the evil spirits like ghosts or phantoms get mixed up and become one. So, even after doing many actions such as using smoke or beating or whatever, the evil spirits do not come out of the body. Due to these actions, the ghost or evil spirits stay silent for a short period of time but does not come out of the body. And when they get the opportunity, they get activated. When the person returns home, the evil spirits become active again.
Bapuji, people use the word Satan, so what is the difference between Satan and ghost evil spirits?
Look, the ghosts are ordinary. They do not disturb people that much. If a ghost enters into someone, it is easy to remove. It does not penetrate inside the subtle body. It stays in the outer layers of the subtle body. A pret or a phantom is worse than a bhoot or a ghost. A pret or evil spirit can enter into the second layer of the subtle body. The subtle body has many layers. Ghosts enter into the first layer and pret or phantoms enter into the second layer of the subtle body. The Pishach Yoni or the vampires are more vicious than that. Pishach or vampires penetrate into the third and fourth layers of the subtle body. The Pishach or vampires merge so deeply into the subtle body that they gain full control of the subtle body and operate the body and indulge in vices through the body. Many women are possessed by Pishach or vampires, involving them in all the vices, depravity. Pishach or vampires enter the woman even more often.
So woman become man and man become woman.
Yes, the one with a female body. So the lust for a woman is there inside him. So they enter inside her to enjoy her. Or many Pishach vampires can enter her husband to satisfy their lust. If there is a beautiful woman, then many times a Pishach or vampire will enter into her husband to satisfy its lust for women. Many vampires can enter into the body, so the ghosts and phantoms disturb or harass like this.
Who is Satan?
See, Satan or Satan is worse than Pishach or vampires. Satan is dangerous than vampires or Pishach.
How many subtle layers can Satan enter into?
We talk about Brahma Rakshasa, Satan are of same type. When one is Brahmagani or have knowledge of Brahma but then conducts very dirty or filthy work, they enter into the human and demand for sacrifice. They eat the offerings of the sacrifices. There is intensive desires and pleasures within a Satan. It can gulp several bottles of liquor in one go. It can smoke many cigarettes at once. It can eat even 7 kilos of meat in one go. When these kind of negative souls enter into a human body, then it's very hard to pull them out of the body. They will come out taking the original human soul out of the body with them. So when they are satisfied, they will kill that human.
So Bapuji, in what astral levels are the souls who eat another soul?
Yes, they are in upper layers.
So they are above and not down here.
They gradually travel above. Such souls are present within 100-kilometer range. The tantrics who expel ghosts are used by such evil spirits to pull out the souls from the human body and absorb them. These extremely evil spirits hit the tantric with their rays, and through the tantric they extract the ghost and spirits from the body and suck them into the cells of the subtle body. They suck the power of ghosts and spirits. They are sitting above and they have millions of cells in their subtle body. They create a cell of the pulled out soul and suck them into their subtle body. There are souls in each and every cell of their subtle body. Each cell is a soul. Ghosts or spirits are in incorporeal form in the cells.
Does the original state of existence of the soul remain or finish?
They stay for billions of years until Ardhapralaya or semi-annihilation occurs. They remain in the subtle world.
I am talking about those souls who have been absorbed into their cells.
They suck the power from the souls and then eventually at some point when the power of the absorbed soul is over, then their existence is also over.
So that means their existence will be over.
Power means the soul, whether it is negative power or positive power. Negative power means the power of ghost, bhoot, and phantoms, pret, or any negative souls. And positive power means the power of souls that can ascend.
So what is the difference between the Chudel, female demon, and Pishachini, female vampire, and how they are different from a jinn?
See, a chudel or female demon is the ghost of a dangerous woman. For example, a woman died during her childbirth. She gave birth and died. The departed soul of the mother has such extreme attachment to the child that she becomes vicious and dangerous. If anyone teases her child and the child is small, she will not spare that person. She becomes a chudel or female demon. A chudel is considered the ghost of a dangerous woman. There are different types of chudel. Another one is the example of those women who become dangerous ghosts because they commit suicide due to the tragedy with their loved ones. If the man they love marry another woman, then they become very sad and commit suicide and become chudel or female demons. Then they enter into the body of the wife of the man they love and kill her. They are dangerous.
Who is a jinn?
Look, jinn is the word in Muslim community. We call them jhand in Gujarati. They are a type of pret yoni or evil spirits or phantom. Jinn is just a Muslim word.
But they believe that these jinns have children and families.
Yes, they have a family. Ghosts and spirits do have families, but they live in the forest. There are many ghosts and spirits in the forest. They live there with their families.
In human population, they give birth to the child and the child grows up. For example, they become 10 years and then reach to teenage. Then they become adult in 18 years. So in case of ghost and spirit, how do they age or how do they grow up?
If the ghost or spirits want, they can grow up child gradually or they can give power to the child and make them bigger.
How will they help them in developing their understanding?
It's easy for a child to understand in the subtle world. The ghost or spirits can give power to the ghost child and develop their intellect. It does not take much power and time in the subtle world to make them understand because there they can directly observe the world and can understand about it. So it does not take much time to understand.
Do ghosts and phantoms get hurt? Do they fall ill?
When negativity spreads in the atmosphere, for example, When disease like plague spreads in the human population, then that transmits from human population to the subtle world souls as well. It's because the subtle world souls like ghosts and phantoms, they have air element in their three elemental body. Ghosts and spirits have three elemental body made up of air, fire and ether element. For example, recently corona got spread all around, so that also affected the subtle world souls. Corona got spread in the subtle world souls as well. Subtle world souls, they do try to go 1 to 2 kilometers above, but they can't travel. So, if the household member in a family gets corona, then the subtle world souls, such as ghosts and spirits residing in that home, they also get corona. So, ghosts and spirits also get diseases that humans get. But what happens is that, just like humans take medicines for treatment, similarly, ghosts also go to temples for treatment. The good souls residing in the temples transfer power to the affected ghost or subtle world souls and cure them. There is Baidyanath, a medical officer of deities in Swargaloka as well. In Swargaloka also they do require someone to treat. The ghost and evil spirits or phantoms are the souls of mortal world. In the souls of Swargaloka or heaven also there are disorders. So where do the disorders of humans come from? The disorders came from Swargaloka. The same disorders became the habit of human, and the same came in the ghost.
So, Bapuji, when ghosts or phantoms enter the soul of human beings, in what part of the body do they reside? For example, in the eyes, in the head, or in the hands?
They live in different places wherever they want. They live in different parts. Many souls reside in one body by forming small cells.
In your opinion, what is their maximum count?
There can be as many souls as there are cells.
Billions and trillions?
Can be. These are just tiny small cells. What is a soul? The soul can become completely incorporeal. Look, when a ghost or phantom become incorporeal souls, they can travel from here to America or Europe just in a moment. Tantrics talk over the phones with distant people and do their task. Who performs their task? It's the ghost and spirits who do their job. Ghosts and spirits take incorporeal form, and wherever there is a phone-to-phone connection, it catches the transmission waves and can go there. There are few souls at one end and few at other end. So the souls at the client's end know the matter and everything about him or her, and they pass the information to the souls at the tantric's end, who then tell the information to the tantrics. The subtle world souls read the information encoded in the subtle body of the person or the client, and then the information is passed to the tantric, so the tantric can do prediction or the treatment. So few souls like 2, 4, 5, 10 souls go to the client and read recordings of the subtle body of that person. Some of the souls in subtle forms are powerful souls, and they can read the recordings of the soul and hence can know about the past, present and future of that person who is talking over the phone with the tantric. However, some subtle world souls do not have capacity to read the recordings of the subtle body. So the souls who have read the recordings of the client, they transfer the message to the souls who are with the tantric, just like wireless system. Those souls with tantric either tell the information into the ear of the tantric or they emerge the scenario of the person by sending the rays to the tantric. Hence, tantric is able to tell information about the client regarding their past, present, or future. They can tell the information like what was their past life like. How did they die? For example, if there was a well in the farm, or they died with such and such accidents, etc., etc. Ghosts are not that powerful in emerging the recordings, but Pret or phantoms can emerge the recordings. Pishach or vampires can also read the information of the subtle body. Nowadays, people communicate over the mobile phones and treat them. In ancient times, rishis and munis also used to send their power of meditation with their sankalp and treat the people. So, those sages and saints, they had good souls with them. There was area where Satopradhan souls would stay, and when rays of resolution or sankalp was sent, then they would receive the sankalp and cure or heal the person.
Bapuji, what is the difference between the ghosts of Sanatan religion and the ghosts of other religions?
There is a huge difference between them. Ghosts of Sanatan Dharma are ordinary and bit coward.
Is that because they know the theory of karma?
They know theory of karma. Also, ghosts of Muslims and Christian followers, they are dangerous. For example, they do murders. Muslim ghosts have murdered Hindus for 1,000 years. They have destroyed temples of Hindus. The Muslim army who fought against Hindu army were energized by Muslim souls. Muslim souls used to enter into the body of Muslim fighters and murder people or destroy the temples. Hindu ghosts were coward. They ran away. That's why Muslims looted Somnath 17 times. At that time, ghosts of Hindu religion or Sanatan religion were coward. So they used to run away.
Do they do religious conversions?
Who does the religious conversions? Ghosts of Christian or Muslim religions do the religious conversions. Millions of dollars also get sponsored for doing religious conversions. The tribals do not have that much knowledge, so they give wrong knowledge to the tribals. They also give money to the tribals by telling wrong knowledge. They bribe people for getting religious conversions. But now Sanatan souls are coming down from Bhuarlok, Swargalok, and they have been explained that the heretical ghost of whatever religion, they don't have power and they are to consume them, but the Sanatani ghost don't eat all the souls. They say that they will chase away the heretical ghost but not digest them. But now lots of Sanatani religion ghosts are coming down and resume the temples they have demolished. They will chase away the Muslim ghost and Christian ghost and bring back the Sanatan Dharma. They will possess the body of Muslim people and bring back the Sanatan religion. Millions and billions of Sanatan souls are descending from the Himalayas and above. So they will either chase the heretical souls or give them liberation by making a globe of power. So now the plan is to remove all the heretical souls from Bharata. People will start saying Sanatan Dharma was everyone's. There was only Sanatan 4,000 years ago.
Back then there was the rule of Yamaraj, god of death. Did they used to follow all of these?
Yes, all the system was there, but who believes in Yamraj right now? Will Christians and Muslims believe in Yamraj? No, isn't it?
It is not a question of believing or not. What am I asking is when will their hold come back?
Now they will come back. Everything has to change now. When does the hold come back? When the Tamopradhan qualities are destroyed. Then only few souls go to the Satya Yuga. Only few souls, like few 100,000 souls only, rest is destroyed.
Bapuji, how do these ghosts tell the future by seeing the web of karma inside a person, like a spider's web?
All the data is recorded in the subtle body, just like there is data recorded in your computer. Data is recorded in subtle body in the same manner. All data is recorded in aura. In the first layer of the subtle body, there is record of this birth. If you go further inside, then there is recording of previous birth. There are 7 layers even in the subtle body. If one goes deeper and deeper into the subtle body, then they can tell more about previous lifetimes.
Some people say, I have seen 100 lifetimes.
If one goes deeper into the 7th layer, then they can emerge the recordings of that layer. Ghosts and evil spirits can go deeper into 7th layer and take back to the previous 100th lifetime. They can make the subconscious mind open and immerse the data of 100 lifetimes back. Like sometimes people are in deep sleep and they see the things of previous birth. So in deep sleep, subconscious mind works. So the recordings embedded in subtle body or causal body gets immersed. Just like there are layers in the subtle body, there are also various layers in the causal body where different data are stored. Causal body has 7 different layers where the data of millions of years are stored. So if someone wants to see the recordings of millions of years ago, then they need to go deep into the causal layers. By reading the records, one can tell whether the soul is of first Parad. Brahma's 1 year means 31 Kharab, 10 Arab, 40 crore Earth years. Brahma's 1 day means 1000 Chatur Yuga on Earth. So there can be souls who have existed from Brahma's 10 years or 20 years time.
Are those old souls still here?
There are many souls from first Parad on earth. Many souls from first Parad had gone to the Patal Loka and had become Asura or demons. But now they have come back on earth in human form. How did the illusionary wealth spread on earth? Who spread the illusion or Maya on earth? It's Asura or demons. Who spread the illusion on earth? If one owns a lot of money or wealth, then somewhere at some point they have looted or lied. Asura or demons do sinful deeds or victimize other people and spread Maya. Then, in order to end the Maya of Asura, Kalp Pralay happens. Even deities also conduct the act of Asura. That's why the dissolution of deities and Sargaloka also happens in Kalp Pralay. The souls in Sargaloka also possess disorders. So in Kalp Pralay, even Sargaloka also gets destroyed. It's burnt down in Brahma's 1 day. This game is over at the end of the day of Brahma. There are 1000 Chatur Yuga. So you can imagine how many souls would have negative impact on their subtle layers. How much negativity would be on the subtle layers of the ghost and evil spirits. This is very deep subject. Today also there are many ghost and evil spirits on earth. The population of ghost and evil spirits and the humans had never increased so much in previous Kali Yugas. There were no more than 250 crore human population. There were not many religions, sects or monasteries on earth before as that of now. There is a huge human population and there is also a large number of ghosts of different sects and religions. The souls of different sects, monasteries and religion have come from far, far away. Many of them did the creation after coming to this Brahmand and earth. Most of the creations were so weak. There are souls of Christian and Muslims and they created lots of other souls. But those souls are not so powerful. They stay in graveyard in the subtle world.
Do ghosts and evil spirits have karmic bondages with humans?
Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But then they make new karmic bondages even though there are no karmic bondages.
But how?
For example, there is a ghost or evil spirit. He does not have any karmic bondages with a human being, but then this ghost or evil spirit enters into that person's body. Then new karmic bondage is formed even though there was no previous karmic relations. It's because ghosts and evil spirits they have habit to satisfy their desires and lust by entering into the human body.
People go to the graveyard and worship. If they find grave randomly somewhere, then they do worship.
People do go to graveyards and worship like people go to temples to worship. They also go to churches for prayers. There are ghosts and spirits of all religions. There are ghosts of Muslim religion as well. So if a Hindu goes to the Muslim graveyard, then the Muslim ghost follows the Hindu person and enters into that person's house. They eat and drink, etc.
So will that create karmic bondage?
It will create new karmic bondages, even though there was no previous karmic relation. But then he went to the grave. So there is a new karmic bondage. So many Muslim vampires come from there to his house. Nowadays there are many Muslim ghosts sitting in the homes of Hindus. They are the ones who are harassing you. For example, Sai Baba was a Muslim, so millions of ghosts stay with him. These ghosts not only enter the houses of Muslims, but also other people's house who believe in Sai Baba. People don't have wisdom and divine knowledge, so they are worshipping the ghost.
People go after those who fulfill the wish, don't they?
They will temporarily fulfill your wishes. After 2 or 3 years, they will drink your blood.
Can ghosts open a new gateway or portal?
No, they can't go above 200-300 kilometers from Earth's surface. So, how can they open the portal? Good souls can open portals, but power is needed within the souls to open them. So, the power in the soul, the knowledge of the soul, and the realization of the soul or soul consciousness is required for it. The soul should connect to the powerhouse, the Almighty Authority. Then the soul can receive the power from Almighty Father and can open the portal. When one knows and follows the Supreme Father of the Infinite, then the soul can get power and the portal can be opened.
Let's move forward, Bapuji. Now we will talk about the connection of Naga Lok or Serpent World with Earth. So there was a king of Naga or serpents and his people in Patal Lok. Did they come on earth in the form of snakes? Many people on earth today worship them instead of worshipping God.
Yes, they have come. They say Nag Devta and worship like deity.
Do they have connection with Patal Lok?
For example, there are deities, they became humans and then became vicious. So the humans continuously and gradually degraded into Patal Lokas below the earth plane. So the same deity became human and further declined into Patal Lokas and became serpent. they say Nag Devta or deity of snakes. The Nag Devta then came to earth in the form of snake. Sometimes they do become humans. There are also serpent girls or Nag Kanya. So the deity became Nag. That's why they say deity of serpent or Nag Devta. They do have some power left over. People worship Nag Devta so that they don't trouble them.
So the same Indra, when reaches to Patal Lok, will become Nag Devata then.
Not only Indra, but any soul who reaches to Nagloka will become serpent because the atmosphere is like that over there. They will become serpent.
When they come to earth, will they take birth in serpent form?
Yes, they do take birth in serpent form and become serpent, and then gradually they do take different life form on earth.
What about the big snakes like anaconda?
Yes, those kind of big snakes, they have come from Nagloka.
So what's in Patal Lok today then?
Now, Patal Loka is getting dissoluted gradually because the souls are coming on earth in human form, whether it's serpents or asuras or demons, they are incarnating on earth.
They live on the soil, so does that mean they are from Patal Lok?
They have habit to live under earth because they need to hide. All these things have deep secrets. Before, there were 55 crore hells. There is a video made on this topic. The rock pieces that revolve around the solar system, they were 55 crore Narak Lokas or hells. But now that chain has changed because the speed of sun has changed. Even the shape of Brahmand or solar system keeps changing.
Bapuji, a very important question to you, people who always talk about ghosts. They are busy talking about stories of ghosts, so what about their minds?
Their minds are influenced by ghosts.
So what is the effect or feeling like?
The effect is that the atmosphere is negative.
So does that create karmic bondage?
If they think negatively, then the subtle body will have negative effect. Then that will also attract ghosts and evil spirits. Instead, one should remember the Almighty Authority, the Supreme Great Father. Then you will gain power. Knowledge is essential.
These are the ones who perform small miracles today. Hand cleaning activities like appearance of grains in the hands from nowhere, turning white rice grains into black by placing it on hand. So are these activities conducted by ghosts and evil spirits then?
All of these things are caused by evil spirits. Evil spirits inspire or conduct these kind of activities.
Can they change their form?
Ghosts can change form if they have power.
Can they become deity?
No, they cannot take the form of deity.
Can they take form of God? Can they take form of Ram or Krishna?
No, they cannot take the form of God. They cannot take the form of Rama or Krishna. Because they don't even say the names of Rama or Krishna, then how can they take the form of Rama or Krishna? If they say the names of Rama or Krishna, then they will come out of ghost form.
That is why after death they say the name of Ram is true?
Yes, that's why people say Ram name, so that the soul can hear or listen. But the journey of soul is dependent upon the thoughts of the soul at the final moment. If a soul hasn't said the Ram name throughout the life, then how will it say Ram name after death? If one says Ram name, then he or she will go to Ram. Most people have this wisdom, but they don't say Ram. At last moment, if one tries to say Ram, it becomes Lam. They can't even pronounce or say Ram name properly. That is why in Sanatan culture people used to give godly names to their child before. They used to name their child as Narayana because if a person calls out the name of a child as Narayana at the final moment, then upon departing the body, the ambassador or the messenger of Lord Narayana would come in a subtle plane and rescue that departed soul. This was the power in the names of the god.
The exorcists who keep ghosts, are they more powerful?
Exorcists or tantrics, they keep ghosts and spirits with them and get the work done through them.
Do they have to give power to get the work done?
The power is given in subtle form. They do oblation or havan. The smoke that comes out from oblation energizes the ghosts and spirits.
Bapuji, nowadays so many channels of ghosts have started. Is there an agenda behind it?
Ghosts and spirits have agenda to tell the world about their existence. They are running these kind of programs whether people believe in them or not.
Every day there are so many interviews on ghosts. Now there are strong evidences to accept the existence of ghosts.
Today, if you upload videos on ghost in channels, then there will be millions of views and likes. Such channel will run and progress quickly, but then if you talk about Supreme Father and Divine, no one watches because they don't want soul or Supreme Soul. They are entangled in Maya or illusion. Ghosts and spirits want people to listen to them and fulfill their desires. They want people to prepare solutions for them. But in future, these ghosts and spirits would be very deeply sad. They want to show us that human beings are not alone. They want to show that they reside in our homes and roaming around us. They want to ask people to take care of them. If not taken care, they would suck the power from the subtle body of the people. This is what they want to show us.
So in the end, what is the benefit for human beings by seeing all of these?
They are showing their existence that they are here too.
Will humans get tired of watching these stories?
Humans do get tired, and even ghosts will get tired too, because what will they get at the end? By showing their presence. They are ghosts and their desires and lust won't get fulfilled, and it's the same case with humans. The desires and lust of humans will also not be fulfilled, so the humans will be sad too. Then the ghosts and spirits will enter into the humans and do sinful or negative activities filled with lust through that human body. For example, consumption of drugs and alcohol has increased. The reason behind this is also ghosts and spirits. This will increase so much. Also, ghosts and spirits will spread the nude dances within all religions. Then the humans will become the same and they will also be indulged in nude dances. When the limit crosses, then people will think, what is happening? Then humans will start seeking Supreme Soul, Supreme Father or God. It's because the spiritual gurus or spiritual leaders also would not be able to do anything. At the moment, people are relying upon the straw. But in a couple of years, humans will get tired. Then the ghosts and spirits can trigger Third World War II in upcoming days. But it's been paused for some time.
What effect will ghosts do to the human mind?
Ghosts take full control of human mind, and by doing so, they satisfy their lust.
Do humans have independent thinking of their own or not?
It's over now. There are thousands of ghosts behind one human being. Then how can this thought be independent? Where will be his free will? They will consume human beings. Then there will be no wish of humans. They will finish the people and run according to their will.
We talked about the Illuminati once, who is a devil clan. So will they control the powerful souls?
There is our video on Illuminati. Illuminati is Pishach Yoni or vampire group. They drink blood.
Who will be their leader?
The head of Illuminati is a very big Pishach or use vampire who controls other vampires or Pishach.
Where does this leader reside in our Brahmand?
There are many vampire leaders. This is not a single head or leader. Above in subtle world there are uncountable vampires.
Will there be infinite vampires in infinite universes?
There are infinite ghost humans in infinite universes. They are in every universe. This is the situation in the entire multiverse.
Who is the head of the multiverse?
The head of the multiverse is a different thing. Multiverse has a creator.
I mean to ask the head of the ghosts and evil spirits.
There are different leaders in different layers. For example, there are big ghosts and phantoms in the 100 kilometers above from Earth. They stay there and send rays to perform the work. The ghosts of Earth stay on Earth. There are ghosts and spirits on lower astral planes in Patal Lokas, below Earth plane. They can go to 55 crore hells, but they can't travel to upper astral layers. Pishach can travel up to Sargaloka and not above that. They do lots of penance. The good soul who does penance of Brahma can reach up to Brahmapuri.
That means ghosts and evil spirits like phantoms or vampires of other solar systems cannot travel to this solar system.
Look, there was a giant Pishach. He was owner of 105 Brahmans.
Was that Narakasur?
It was Bhandakasur. Bhandakasur became ghost. So within the galaxy or Mahabrahmand, there are big asuras or demons. It's not only about one solar system or Brahmand. Mahabrahmand means galaxy. There are giant asuras sitting in the galaxy. There are big asuras or demons, ghosts and vampires under the control of these giant asuras. Entire 105 Brahmans or solar systems were under his power. He used to have a garland of 105 Brahmans on his neck. He could go to different solar systems. He could travel from one Brahman to another in one moment just with his thought in his plane. But he would go from the lower level, not through the Paramdham or supreme abode. Ghosts, vampires or negative souls cannot travel through Paramdham. They travel through lower astral planes.
But if one is travelling to a different solar system or galaxy, then Paramdham would come on the way, right?
In every Brahmand, there are lower astral planes where ghosts and vampires can enter or travel through. The leader of ghosts and phantoms, they cannot go to upper astral layers and Paramdham.
Is there a route through Patal Lok?
There are routes through Patal Loka. In fact, in every Brahmand, there are routes to travel through which ghosts and spirits can travel.
Are there routes between galaxies too?
There are souls of 15 Kala, 16 Kala power. They feed upon other souls, just like ghosts and vampires. So, what would you call them? These 15, 16 Kala soul has come from universe. So, it's obvious that they have traveled through the galaxies. So, in galaxies, such souls are roaming around. Wherever the Mahakal Pralay or Great Dissolution occurs in Mahabrahmand or galaxies, then such souls with 15, 16 Kala power absorb the weak souls and consume them. So we call them Pishach, won't we? Pishach with 15 Kala power, Pishach with 16 Kala power. 5 kala power, 6 kala power, etc. Now our Brahman is of 1 kala power, Mahabrahman is of 10 kala power, Param Mahabrahman is of 16 kala power. These vampire-like souls, they roam around in the universe. But what happens is that in presence of light, they hide. For example, they empower in darkness of night, and when there is light like sunlight, then they hide. That's why they can attack up to Swargaloka, but they cannot go to Maharloka.
Is it the case in every Brahmand?
Let's say there is a great devil or Maharakshasa who is master of 105 Brahmands. Then his controlling power would extend up to Swargaloka. He can attack up to Swargaloka. He cannot travel to upper astral layers above Swargaloka like Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, Brahmapuri, Vishnupuri, Shivapuri and Paramdham. He has control over the half of the Brahmand and sustain the darkness. So there are Pishach or vampires who can maintain the darkness in 105 Brahmans or solar systems. Similarly, when 15 to 16 kala power souls of similar manner enters into galaxy, then they also control the galaxy.
Then how can such vast number of souls allow the transformation process?
When you download Behad Kala power, then all these 15 to 16 Kala power souls will be dissolved. They will get mukti or salvation. Even there won't be universe or great universe, everything will be dissolved in supreme light. Supreme light will be such powerful.
The owner of this multiverse created it twice.
But he burnt it in the great fire of dissolution or Mahakal Agni of 100 Kala power.
When did he wind up his creation, the entire multiverse, for the first time?
First, let's understand the process of Mahakal. The owner of galaxy is Mahashiva. Entire galaxy is of 1 lakh light years. There are infinite number of solar systems in 1 lakh light years space. Mahashiva becomes Mahakal and burns down the infinite solar systems, that is, the entire galaxy. The same process applies to other creations, whether it's a 10 Kala power galaxy or 16 Kala universe. So the owner of the multiverse created 100 Kala great fire of dissolution and burnt down the entire multiverse. So the entire multiverse was dissolved. Universe, great universe all got dissoluted. Then the owner of multiverse, he converted the fire of dissolution into supreme fire into supreme ether into supreme great elements, and supreme great elements into supreme light. If you watch our Mahakal video, then you will get more clarity on it. You will be able to understand how will the transformation process happen. Every moment, infinite number of solar systems or Brahmans get created and destroyed. Similarly, the entire multiverse was destroyed in great fire of dissolution. But on the other hand, if all the souls spread Param Shanti vibration, then there will be no need of Mahakal Agni. With Param Shanti vibration, gradually transformation of elements will happen. When physical elements are transformed into supreme elements and supreme elements into supreme light, then it will be peaceful and cheerful transformation. This is what Behad knowledge says. No one else has this knowledge of transformation. This is the only transformation process.
There is no transformation process anywhere else.
There are only talks of Kal Agni or dissolution in the world, and also that's what written in Shastras. But if Behad souls awaken and then generate 40 Kala, 50 Kala, 100 Kala power, also radiate 20 to 25 Kala power in entire multiverse with Param Shanti vibration, then transformation can happen. But one thing to be noted that it will work if Param Shanti vibration spreads with power. Then everyone all around will touch the power and Param Shanti vibration. Upon this, the lower Kala power souls like 2, 4, 5, 10, 12 Kala, 16 Kala souls will get salvation or mukti. Generally, a Brahmand or solar system is of 1 to 4 Kala power. Universe is of 16 Kala power. So if we spread 20 Kala power, then lower Kala souls will go under liberation. This is the new discovery. This is the new knowledge.
Bapuji, ghosts or evil spirits, are they afraid of anyone?
They are afraid of each other. They have groups. Groupism also happens.
Are they afraid of humans?
They are scared of people, but then groupism also happens.
They do not liberate.
There is no liberation. Ghosts move from one place to another. There is no liberation.
Then there will be no fear.
This is what happens. Tantrics chase the ghost away from homes who are normally getting food and drink. Then it will be hard for ghosts to find another home. Just like if a person is evicted from home, then where will he go? He need to find a home. So the same situation is with ghosts and spirits. This is the main problem for them. Ghosts and spirits, they are in everyone's home.
If they enter into the human body, then would it be hard to find out whether there is ghost within somebody or not?
When a ghost enters into the body of someone, then their act will change. The act of ghost will be more lustful and filled with desires. They will demand for non-veg food, wine, etc., etc.
Bapuji, is there anything else that you would like to add for today?
In short, I will say this is the new knowledge for new world. Stay in soul conscious state and get power from Supreme Father, the Almighty Authority, the ultimate powerhouse. Transform yourself, make your house lighthouse. Seal your house with supreme light. Seal yourself so that such negative souls, when touch your aura, get dissolved. Don't get scared with ghosts or spirits. Giving liberation to them is the permanent solution. Tantrics do not have power to give liberation to the souls. They will expel them from your house, but then send his follower ghost to your house. So there is no solution this way. So stay in soul conscious form, increase power of soul, spread supreme light in your aura, and then weak souls will dissolve in your aura. They will be liberated. Param Shanti.
Param Shanti.